Hey there, crafty friends! It's Tina, the Scrappin' Rabbit. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today. It is time for another not too shabby box of the month hop and giveaway. This November box theme is Arctic Winter, and here's a glimpse of all the products that are coming in the box this month. I love it so much. The colors, the theme, the critters. Too cute. I think this is my favorite, although I know I probably say that every month when these boxes come out. So make sure that you watch the video, give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to click on the link for the giveaway. And if you want to check out all the videos in the hop, make sure that you search hashtag N2S Arctic Winter. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll share with you what I created. For my first project, you guys, I decided to do a planner layout. When I fall in love with pattern papers and images from the ephemera, I find the best way to get me to actually use them is to put them in my planner. This way I actually can savor the images for time to come, and then I don't feel so bad that I need to hoard it. I can go ahead and create things to give away, but then I get to keep a little piece for myself. So I don't know if you guys understand that concept of paper hoarding and image hoarding, but I tend to do that when I fall in love with patterns and images. So for my planner, I went ahead and I grabbed these adorable little critters that I love so much. I took some of my favorite patterns from the papers, and I used my Happy Punter punch to go ahead and punch them out so that I could fill in some of the squares in my planner. These are some stickers that I use to jot down lists, but then I have plenty of open space for extra notes and to-dos that I need to accomplish. And this is undated, so I can use it for any month in December or January, or even into February if I choose to do so. Now, what's fun when you have all those stamp sets is they come with amazing sentiments, and look at how perfect these are for planners. So you have Hello Winter, When Life Throws You Snow, Make Snow Angels, Let It Snow, Warm Winter Wishes, and I just love the fonts and the scrolls, and I think they look so cute in a planner. I also used some sparkly washi tape. The silver I think really went well for the colors and the images, and so this is a look at the first project that I created, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So now let's go ahead and get to the cards. I decided that I wanted to use the Hello Winter images, so I stamped and embossed a bunch of them because I anticipate using a lot of these little critters on future projects. I'm going to do some simple Copic marker coloring, and I'm going to use the cool grays. These bears are all going to be white, and since the colors in the palette of the pattern papers that I'm going to be using are on the cool side, I'm going to use the cool grays. The darkest being the C2, blending out with the C1, and then again blending out with the C00. I'll do a couple coats of the grays, and then I will take my 0 marker to blend out any harsh lines. To add a little color to the little cheeks, I'm going to grab the RV00 and blend out with the RV0000. And now to move on to the little reindeer hat. This image is just so adorable. I'm going to use my E40s, so the darkest being E43, E42, E41, and then that'll cover the little hat there. I'll do 2 layers of the coloring with those same trio of colors, and then going to the antlers, I'll do the E41 and the E40. Those 2 colors work perfectly for antlers. It has that little bone white color to it. Now to do the little mug, I'm going to use some blue greens, so that's going to be the BG05, the BG01, and the BG000. I do go back and add the BG72 because the pattern paper that I choose to use for this little critter looked better with the BG72. So once I have a little mug, I'm going to add the E44 and the E43 and the E42 for the coffee, and then I'm going to move on to the hat. So I'm sticking with the same colors, the BG01, the BG000 for the blues, and then for the whites on the hat, I'm going to also use the cool grays. And I'm just going in there with a little bit of color because there's quite a design on that hat. So I think adding multiple colors is going to make it really cute. And then I'm going to grab the violets for the purple pink that is in the color palette. And for those colors, I'm going to be using the V15, the V12. Did I use the V15? I used the V12 and the V01. I'm sorry. So those are the two that I used mixed with that blue. And then the gray, I think, is a perfect combination for that adorable little winter hat. Oh, for the boots, I used the V15, and then I blended out with the V12 and then the V01. Very simple coloring. It's not going to take too long, especially because the fur is mostly white. For this last little bear, I'm just going to go in to the knitted scarf and add all of the same colors that we used on the little accessories for these bears. And I'm just going to mix it in. There's no pattern that I'm using. I'm just randomly choosing the little knit pattern to use with the blues and the violets so that it's one of those threads that transitions into different colors. And I think that this little bear turned out so stinking cute. So once I get all three of my images colored, I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut each one of them out. Look at how cute they turned out. I just adore these images. So I chose the pattern papers for my card, and very simple, I'm going to grab a stitched rectangle die and cut out the rectangles as layers for my cards. Once I get those cut out, I'm going to use this scallop circle die. You can use any circle die for this design. It's so simple and so quick, but it really shows off that pattern paper. I'm grabbing a sentiment and I'm going to stamp and emboss it using some VersaFine black ink, prepping my paper with my anti-static tool. Using some clear embossing powder, I'm going to go ahead and run that over the stamped sentiment, get my heat tool nice and hot, and melt that powder, and I think it looks fantastic. I'm going to grab some distress inks and some distress oxide inks. This one here is tumbled glass, and I'm just going to add a little bit of a blue background to give it kind of that snowy feel. For this one, I am using the milled lavender. It really coordinates well with this pattern paper, and I don't have it in the oxide, so I'm going to use my little mini cube, and again just softly adding some color to the background of this scalloped circle. Once I have my scallop circles inked up, I'm going to mix in a little bit of white paint with some water and splatter some snow across the back of those layers, and I think that it's going to look so cute. I grabbed some glimmer mist to add a little bit of sparkly snow to the background, and then we're using my A2 top folding card base. I'm going to go ahead and just use liquid glue to adhere those pattern paper layers down. So these snowflakes are so cute, and then just adding that scallop circle helps your image to pop across the top of the card. I'm going to add some double-sided adhesive foam tape to pop up these cute little critters and then just stick them right on the top of that scallop circle. A very simple design. It shows off all of that pattern paper and provides a little stage so that your little critter is the star of the show. I'm adding a little bit of sparkle to the little accessories, and then now to finish off the card, I'm just going to add some sparkly gems. Once I have them arranged, I'll adhere them down using the liquid glue, and that pretty much completes the trio of cards. All the links are in the description box below, as well as the link to the giveaway. So thanks again everyone for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hop along. I hope you have a fantastic day. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye for now.